Hi there, my name is Zach Janak, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my AIESEC internship abroad in Denizli, Turkey. So the first question I often get when I talk about my AIESEC internship is, why did I choose to go to the particular country that I went to? Why did I choose to go to Turkey? So the answer is honestly pretty simple. My main criteria for selecting a country for my first AIESEC internship was to find a place that I honestly knew nothing about. A place where I could go completely open-minded and learn as much as possible through being open-minded about the people, the culture, the language, everything about the country. And so Turkey fit that criteria. Along with that, I wanted to go to a place that would kind of give like the awe factor. I wanted to go to a place where my friends, my family, and even myself would all be surprised to hear that I went to. Turkey, I knew nothing about it. Most of my friends and family knew nothing about it as well. And so it definitely fit that criteria. And definitely had the awe factor. I had so many people come up to me and be like, wow, you went abroad this summer? Wow, you went to Turkey? Wow. Along with that, I also wanted to go to a place that kind of had what I call the awe factor. A place where my friends, my family, and even myself would be all completely surprised to hear that I went to. I knew nothing about Turkey. My friends didn't know, majority of my friends knew nothing about Turkey, and my family knew nothing about Turkey. And so me going to Turkey was kind of awing. It was surprising. No one would have guessed it, especially for me. And so having that opportunity to kind of like surprise people and like do something I had never done before and something that no one else would have expected me to do was really fulfilling. It was just really it was a really cool opportunity, a really cool chance. And I mean, people still come up to me and ask me, how did you choose to go to Turkey? And my answer is simple. I just tell them those two things. So another question I often get is, why did I choose my particular internship? Why did I choose to go and teach English in Denizli, Turkey? So, like most freshmen, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. I had dabbled in a few classes here and there, done some poli-sci, some business, some econ, some anthropology, all sorts of random courses, and still hadn't really figured out exactly what I wanted to do. Just really didn't know. So I've been told, and I now know for sure, internships are an awesome opportunity to basically dip your feet into a certain job, a certain career, and see if you got what it takes and see if it fits what you want to do in life. So along with that, my grandmother and grandfather were both teachers. My mother was an English teacher, and my brother and his wife are both teachers now. So it kind of runs in the blood, teaching. And I figured, hey, why not? Maybe it's something I would want to do in my future. So I went to Turkey and taught English and got to have that awesome experience. So another question I often get is, what did my particular job involve me doing? What was the JD or job description? So my internship was to teach English as a second language to business professionals and collegiate students for a private company called English Life, again in Denizli, Turkey. The coolest factor about my job is I got to work with 7 international students from 7 different countries. They were from China, Ukraine, Indonesia, Cambodia, Germany, Australia, and Turkey. And with me being American, that made 8 international people working together to teach English as a second language to these students. We developed lesson plans, we developed different teaching practices, we tested a few things out, found what worked, found what didn't work, and kind of really learned a lot about how to effectively teach English while there. Honestly, not many guys and girls my age can say that they've done something like that. So what was the highlight of my experience? Well, I think one of the coolest stories I have, and and definitely something that's going to stick with me for the rest of my life, is how I developed a legitimate and long-lasting friendship with someone over Google Translate. Yeah, Google Translate. So, my host family actually just consisted of one man. He was my host father, and he had a girlfriend who was Turkish and only spoke Turkish. I only spoke English, so English, Turkish, neither of us knew the other language, and so we were kind of in this predicament. Well, luckily I had a computer, and luckily internet access was easily and readily available, and so we got on a computer, pulled up Google Translate, and started pulling conversations through that. These conversations honestly lasted at times hours and hours. We would talk about anything from just general life experiences, work, friendships, relationships as a whole, family, cultural differences, what's happening in the news today, the weather, anything we wanted to talk about. Cool thing was I got to learn a little bit of Turkish on the side, and she got to learn it and do better with her English. So another question I often get is, what exactly was provided with my AIESEC internship? The basic things that were covered were housing, food, and transportation expenses. So with those three things covered, I was essentially set, good to go. I wasn't paid, but again, with those things provided, I didn't really need to spend any extra money on anything else. It's just whatever extra need or extra things I wanted. For instance, some souvenirs or some gifts I wanted to bring back to friends and family. So that's where any extra money would have gone to. But if I'm really going to lay it out, what the best part about AIESEC and what really differentiates AIESEC is the network you get with going on an AIESEC internship. From the beginning, where it's the home local committee at your university who's going to help guide you through the process of finding a particular internship that fits what you're looking for, to setting up your visa, to making sure the logistics are all worked out and you're good to go, and then checking up with you when you go actually on your AIESEC internship and checking up with you just to make sure everything's going good. If you have any problems, they're always there to always right at hand to solve those. And that's really, really cool. But then there's also the people abroad who are there looking out for you. Your company, host company who's looking out for you. You have potentially a host family who's looking out for you. And then you have, best of all, the AIESECers there who are looking out for you. And when I say looking out, I mean they're helping you with logistical issues, but they're also hanging out with you, making sure you're just having a fantastic time. And I can't think of any other organization that provides all of that for you. So, would I recommend someone going on an AIESEC internship? Yes. Who or what kind of person would I recommend going on an AIESEC internship? Well, I think anyone who wants to go abroad, who wants to learn about another people, another culture, or someone who really just wants to develop themselves both personally and professionally. AIESEC can provide the perfect opportunity for you to do all of those things. So, my finishing quote or finishing words to leave with you would have to be this. Do something atypical. Go abroad through AIESEC. Thank you very much.